Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hi. So, first off, I'm a music blogger and my biggest career dream has been to interview you, so this means the world. Thank you for making the time for this.
Oh, of course. Hell yeah. Good luck with the dream.
Thank
So,
you. To
so
start us off, I had some questions about Hotel Diablo and the memories that EST have made, since obviously it's one of your most powerful albums, and we're all here to celebrate that album today. Hotel Diablo obviously came during a difficult time for you when you really started getting your first real mainstream hate, but it was also the second project you released during that hate wave, coming after Binge. So
right.
something I've thought about regarding Binge versus Hotel is that Binge almost got the pressure and spotlight attention off, so then you could be more yourself on Hotel Diablo for the people who cared to listen for you rather than the buzz around it. So I wanted to ask, did creating Binge and Hotel Diablo feel different for you even though they were back to back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, immensely different. Obviously, I wish, in hindsight, that Hotel Diablo would have been the first thing people had heard from me after that
Sure.
whole situation. I also don't think I ever do anything with like clout in mind or like, how can I capitalize off of this situation? So I stay true to the form of um, authenticity and never really trying to capitalize off of something that feels like opportunistic in a clout, kind of way. Um, Everything I do is like very true to form, especially when it comes to hip hop like that. I think the audience sees when things are, um, like done for a reason other than, the storytelling or the I don't know, the love of music. And the one thing I will say about Binge is like it was very ahead of its time when I listened to the sound of
Mm.
from the 2020s on. Like it was very like much the sound that when I go out or I'm in clubs or some of my homies that, that are my peers that make music, I'm like, oh, this sound, the production, the type of like cadence flows on there, like it to me is like much what Binge was. I also like, you know, I was a street kid. I feel like a huge part of my inspirations come from, street artists. I can't say that my fan base
Mm.
is a street fan base, so not all of those type of vibes I was really expecting my fans to get. I kind of was also just like, I mean, it was called Binge because I was just clearly just high out of my mind and just making tracks to make tracks. I didn't really like think of a through line for it. Also, it was an EP, not an album, so I wasn't really putting too much
Yeah.
pressure on it. I just kind of wanted the music to come out. But Hotel Diablo was like absolutely, it was a house that we rented, and everything was coming there. All the producers were coming there. All the artists were coming there, and it's just like my proudest piece of work as far as a hip hop album goes. That was like the first time I
Mm.
feel like my voice became my voice. Like when I listen to Hotel Diablo, my voice sounds very much like my voice does now. Um, it was
Sure.
almost like I went through puberty in my late 20s
No, I
because
love that. You
you
can
know like
really
when you
hear
go through
too, like,
puberty and your voice like is supposed to become your voice for I like apparently I had two puberties like
yeah.
so with binge though I was saying like binge, I also kind of like had tapped into like the tone of my voice that was starting to become what how I began delivering things.
My second question is that the Hotel Diablo album has become so special to so many fans, most of which are here, of course, because of how vulnerable it is, and it really shows people that they're not alone. Personally, it's gotten me through a lot of hard times, so thank you on behalf of EST and all of us for putting so much of yourself into it. So, what has it been like for you over the past 5 years to see how much this album changed not only your life, but the lives of so many fans?
Well, it gave me a level of confidence. I think like you always want to walk around feeling like you've made an album you can be proud of, and I love all my other albums. I think like this one I just love more. I think there was like a really proper world build around it. I feel also like it was the most front to back cohesive piece of work that I had made because it really started and ended like a book. Like
Mm.
there was a beginning, middle, and end, and there was an arc. There was antagonist. There was a protagonist. It was just a for whatever reason it flowed like a good read. So um, it gave me a level of confidence to be able to walk around feeling like I had contributed something great to the art world, and music world. And with fans, I just saw, it reminds me, Hotel Diablo is still inspiring me right now based off of just how the fans react to it because, even now um, I'm seeing people go. I was listening to this podcast the other day, and they were talking about when I was in Nashville, and this girl was like, "Oh yeah, I really like it." She was like, "I like MGK," and then she's like, "Oh wait, I like MGK's music. I don't really know anything about MGK, but I like his music." And um, I don't think she had heard Hotel Diablo. I'm assuming she's talking about, maybe a couple of singles that I've had recently that she liked or whatever. Um, but if you listen to Hotel Diablo, you can really hear who I am. Like you can hear my heart, you can hear my soul, and I think like it helps make you understand the person more. And so, maybe it's time for me to take like Hotel Diablo out of just music form and kind of like speak on that by doing interviews and podcasts, which I haven't done in 4 years, So I think maybe it's time for me to introduce people, even the people on this call and, fans who have known me for a long time who maybe I've only given like short form content to. Like it's time for like long form information and conversation from me to really let people in on like who I am. I think, that's a comment a lot of my friends make is just like, man, I wish people could know the you that we know. And
Exactly.
Hotel Diablo was like my music form of that. Now it's kind of, and also too, like it was just so fun to be inspired, like to see people pushing me for this 5 year because I think leading up to it, we were just kind of like, we'll just release like honestly, the only thing we were going to put on there was like Floor 13 Live and, the sad version of Glass House and sad version of I Think I'm Okay. And then I just saw like the fans like pushing for um, a sequel of something. And so I had to choose what it would be. I know they were thinking Breaking News 2, but I was just thinking El Diablo, right? Like I was like, oh, this needs a
Mhm.
part two. And I recorded that like, I mean, a couple days ago. Like that came, I recorded that.
Yeah.
What maybe it was like I don't remember what it was. It was like a week before the deluxe. I was like I'm a dust off the mic and drop that El Diablo part two. And I like I did that strictly because of their energy towards this anniversary. So and to be honest, I feel like that's like my best rapping I've done in years.
Sure, I mean, EST, like, all through the chat while you were off, we asked what the favorite song was, and everyone was saying Pistolero, and I feel like part of it is that it's almost current you looking back at old you, and we kind of get into that with some of the questions later, but it's almost like revisiting that headspace, but also showing the growth, like, technically and personally that you had, which is really
For
powerful.
sure. I think my best like that was a great indication of the fact that like my best music is definitely to come because technically
Mm.
the technicality of the delivery I was doing on there tops any um tops any the rap song that I think I've ever done.
It's like now that you have the clearer headspace and you've, like, moved past from that chapter in a way, it's like you have, like, the precision now to go back and, like, "Okay, this happened, but now I'm in a different space now."
Exactly, and I think my favorite thing to do, clearly, if for anyone who's followed my journey, is just to continue adding nicknames. I have so many AKAs at this point that I just needed one more nickname. El Pistolero was a
You
nice addition. It's like I think I have like 6 or 7 or 8 AKAs at this point.
forget about Machinery Gunnard Kelly Clarkson, one of my
Oh, that
personal
one's
favorites
so good.
online.
That's like an honorary one.
That's like the gold star of any MGK nickname.
Yeah, yeah. The memes take me out every time, dude. They're so good.
No, especially coming from fans, like, we really have one of the best, like, families, fan bases.
I really do.
Now,
Oh my
speaking of fan
God, your
bases,
fucking name is so funny. It's Madison, not Love. That's so funny.
thank you. Waste Love is one of
Um,
my favorites, so I was like, "Okay, might as well."
yeah, what? I have a question. If you guys want to shoot me some suggestions on Twitter, I was gonna do a cut up of that Hotel Diablo live, um, of the Hotel Diablo live, one that we just dropped on YouTube today. I was gonna do like a cut down of the songs. Like, do you guys have a suggestion of what song I should cut up to post? I was either feeling Waste Love or Death in My Pocket. But if you guys just want to shoot me some tweets, I'll check that out while I'm drinking my coffee and settling down.
So I'm
Do you know
down
what
for
I'm
either.
saying? Like if like just like a good part
Yeah,
of that concert to cut down to post.
for sure. So I'll let EST kind of go on Twitter and do what we do best. And so next we have some questions from the first 5 Discord members who completed the Hotel Diablo puzzle.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the mods for putting this whole thing together. Cause that Discord challenge was fucking insane. Don't know how I managed to like get through it first. Some of the questions were so hard, like you had to go through the depths of the internet and watch like old interviews. So thanks guys for putting that together. It was awesome.
I
Um,
agree. I would like to also add in and thank them for that. That was a really sick, like I love the active that we've been doing lately. That was really impressive. And my online uh technical skills are so ass. So I'm just very grateful that yours are not and that you were able to pull something cool like that off because mine would be like, I don't know. We all know that I'm not the best on the internet. I just really watch you all and learn. But great job. I kind of always like to give like the B sides the the shine.
That and the meaning always really shines through with like the B-sides, especially like you said.
Yeah, man.
And
Waste Love deserved better.
I loved Waste Love. Like I will always fight
Yeah.
for that song.
Yeah.
Right. And then is
I
that whiskey? I
internally
have
I
to
fight
ask
for
for
Waste
chat.
Love too. That one deserved more. But it's all right. It's the little the child who I don't know what you call it. It's the
Trust
forgotten
me.
child, but my cat's going ape shit in the background.
Oh, well, we
No
love
one
the
mind that.
cats.
I think like we're set up for a really good. It's a really good month right now. And like I said, the song with Jelly that's coming out is like anytime I'm really proud of something, it always does well. Are you guys hearing this fucking
So
French toast sizzling over here? I'm over here snapping on some Emerald Chef fucking Michelin shit. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm murdering over
post it
here.
later.
Okay, continue though.
Post it on
Sorry.
your story.
Hold on, listen to this.
So
Everyone listen.
you
Everyone listen
mentioned
to this. Ooh, ASMR. Okay, go
so
ahead.
and to
Can you
finish off, one last question for you, Kels. Is there anything you want to say to the EST Discord community?
um let me well, I would say to you specifically, Madison, we could use so many more MGK, like pro MGK fans in the journalism community. It is so important in the constant running narrative of an artist to have, people championing artists, as you can see, from the Lana Del Rey's to just so many people that clearly fans of those artists are now in charge of the narrative, and so we could use a lot more MGK support in that. As you know, we're fighting daily online battles all the time, and online is where so much of what people perceive about an artist comes from. So I wish you a lot of luck in your career. You're very grounded and well researched in your talking, and you were a great mediator for this. So I'm very grateful to have had you a part of this call. And then for EST, I mean, you guys, look, I hope that you're feeling the resurgence of uh, just even saying the name out loud, right? Like EST is just so present in my music. It's so present in my daily life with how I try to interact. And, I think it's time to rebuild the community. I'll use kind of some I'll use a classic group of people like the Sunshine Ragers down in Florida who just took EST and made their own family out of it down there, almost kind of like a motorcycle club. Like it's I encourage the regrouping and reestablishing of the individual sub communities of the grandiose brand of EST. Like I think the sub communities are really important. Grow your areas into being not just fans of an artist, but of a lifestyle, and the lifestyle being one of like harmony and community and commonalities of loves that you guys have for things and getting together and like doing essentially what we do on like July 4th or on holidays where we get together, we cook food, we talk about things. If there's things that we can solve together, we do it. um, And just even like me, where I get together with my boys and we go ride bikes, you know, we hop on our motorcycles and we mob around, and just like, you know, a form of connecting. So I really encourage that to kind of come back. And yeah, I mean, I love you all, and I love you all. Hotel Diablo for life. You already fucking know. I love you guys.
Thank you, we love you, and thank you so much. This was literally my career dream, was to interview you, and now it's happened, so thank you so much for that.
Okay, bye.